Hi, I'm Andrea Klein. I'm going to touch a little bit on approach to the first barrel and how I think about it and sometimes how I have to teach it. I get different people that learn differently come to me for help sometimes. First barrel angle is very important and sets you up for the rest of your run. And so when I come to any sort of barrel race, I always want to look at where the stakes are and see where the barrels are going to be, how my arena dimension is, and so if I need to make any adjustments in the alleyway for my first barrel. So in this particular arena, we've got a real wide setup here, so for the most part, my alleyway, I'm going to stay probably in the middle of my alleyway as I'm coming into my first barrel in this particular arena. And as I approach my first barrel, I want to come up about, if you're going to the right barrel first, I want to stay on this side of the third barrel. And so if I was on a left-handed horse, I would probably want to be a little bit on the left side of the third barrel, going to that barrel. So, and as I'm headed to my first barrel, for the one on any horse that I ride, I don't just beeline to the first barrel. I want to give a pretty good angle to it, and how to think about that is instead of when you get to the, and this is a lot on beginners. I see a lot of beginners come to me and they're taking this exact angle that I'm taking right now to my first barrel. And as you can see, my horse's butt is still pointed to the alleyway, okay? And I'm coming straight to this barrel, okay? First off, that's really hard on your horse, especially at a walk, it's fine, but at a run, it's very hard on your horse. It has to make a drastic angle change to make that turn. So I'm going to show you what I think is the correct way and easier on your horse, and it is fast, to the first barrel. So if I come in here and I come down my alleyway, I'm looking at my barrel, I'm going to come in at a pretty good angle here, okay? See how far away I am from my barrel, and as I come in, my horse's butt actually starts to change direction where it actually is pointing towards the diagonal of the arena over here, the opposite of the first barrel. And some people really, they grasp that a little bit better rather than just saying a straight line or an angle. So think about it like taking this angle, and you want to end up with your horse's butt starting to face the diagonal of the arena. And that is such an easier angle for your horse to go into that first barrel. It's fast, they stay the same way, they can keep forward momentum, and it's a lot easier on your horse's body. You won't have as many soundness issues with them. And that's how I think about my first barrel angle. When you get into arenas that are skinny, I do have a little bit of a trick that I do in the alleyway. I'll serpentine my alley to where when I hit the mouth of it, I actually do a serpentine. So I may start over here and I'll S it. I'll make like an S in the alley where I come out over here so I can have that angle coming in. So there's little tricks you can do depending on your arena size. And that's pretty good to know. A lot of these arenas here in Texas are real skinny and they have a real hard angle to your first barrel. So if you'll just, you can call it cheating your alleyway, I don't know what you want to call it, but just make it to where you're coming out on the opposite side of your alleyway. So if I'm going to the right barrel, I want to come out on the left side of my alley. And just little things, because you really, that angle really is important, and not to give too straight of an angle. And you really want to think about how it's going to be easier on your horse to make that angle.